Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. A special court in Islamabad has sentenced former Prime Minister IMRAN Khan and his wife, BUSHRA Bibi, to a combined 17-year prison term in the TOSHAKHANA 2 case. Special Judge Central Shahrukh Arjumand presided over the hearing in Adiala jail. BUSHRA Bibi's sentence is 10 years under Section 409 and an additional 7 years under Sections 5, 2 and 47. Imran Khan's sentence is 10 years under Section 409 and 7 years under Sections 5, 2 and 47. Both have been ordered to pay over 16.4 million rupees each. The total combined prison sentence for both stands at 17 years each. 4 soldiers have been martyred and at least 15 civilians injured in a suicide attack that targeted a security forces camp in North Waziristan's Boya area. The military's media wing says the attackers rammed an explosives-laden vehicle into the camp's outer wall after failing to breach security. The ISPR says all 4 attackers belonged to a militant group operating from Afghan territory and were neutralized during the operation. The US Justice Department has released thousands of heavily redacted Jeffrey Epstein documents, prominently featuring Bill Clinton, but making scant reference to Donald Trump. The newly released documents include photos and evidence from multiple investigations into Epstein's activities, with former President Clinton appearing in several images, including swimming pool and hot tub photos. The Justice Department emphasized transparency while complying with victim privacy protections. Trump's name and images are largely absent, despite previous releases, including flight manifests listing him as a passenger on Epstein's private plane. The US military has launched large-scale strikes against dozens of Islamic State targets in Syria in retaliation for an attack on American personnel. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said the strikes targeted ISIS fighters, infrastructure and weapons sites, and that the operation was Operation Hawkeye Strike. Trump said on social media that the Syrian government fully supported the strikes and that the US was inflicting very serious retaliation. US Central Command said the strikes hit more than 70 targets across central Syria, adding that Jordanian fighter jets supported the operation. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres says the scale of human suffering in Gaza breaks his heart, despite famine being pushed back. Citing a new UN food security report, he said more than 1.6 million people face extreme hunger and malnutrition risks. Guterres warned the situation remains fragile and called for full implementation of the ceasefire, more border crossings, and respect for international law. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says Kyiv is ready to deepen defense cooperation with Poland, offering expertise in countering Russian drones and sharing battlefield experience. Speaking in Warsaw, along with Polish President Karol Nawrocki, Zelensky said Ukraine knows how to defend against every type of Russian drone and can help protect neighbouring countries, underlining growing regional security cooperation in the face of ongoing Russian threats. Meanwhile, Ukraine has welcomed a €90 billion European Union loan agreed in Brussels, even as EU leaders failed to reach a deal on using frozen Russian assets to finance the support. President Zelensky called the package a major boost to Ukraine's resilience. The bloc opted to borrow funds directly after concerns over legal and financial retaliation, particularly for Belgium, stalled the asset seizure plan. Russia said the lack of agreement showed the risks Europe would have faced. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.